Out there in the cold silence of space, a single arrogant laugh echoed across the stars. General Corath had crushed 17 civilizations. His fleet was legendary, his confidence unshakable. So when he saw humanity's tiny ships lined up like toys, he laughed. He mocked their weapons, their technology, even their courage. After all, what could a few fragile mammals possibly do against 300 warships? But that laugh would become the last sound before the galaxy changed forever. Because humanity had a secret. If you love clever twists, epic space moments, and stories where humanity punches way above its weight, you're in the right place. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future HFY stories. And hey, if this one surprises you, share it with a friend, because trust me, they won't see that ending coming. The stars outside shimmered like distant embers, but inside the Zephyrian flagship, the mood was anything but calm. General Corath lounged on his massive command throne, mandibles clicking in amusement as he studied the tactical display. 12 human ships, that was all. 12 fragile, outdated vessels facing an armada of 300 Zephyrian warships. It was laughable. "Is this some kind of trap?" one of his officers muttered. Corath didn't even look away from the display. "No trap. Just desperate mammals who don't know their place." His 6 eyes narrowed, focusing on the human formation. They looked scattered, uncoordinated, like insects buzzing around a predator. It made him grin. The bridge lights dimmed as the communications officer hesitantly reported, "Sir, the humans are requesting parley." Corath's laugh thundered through the command deck, deep and rumbling. He'd conquered 17 species across 4 galactic arms. Every single one had begged for mercy before the end. Why would humanity be any different? "Put them through," he said, leaning forward. "Let's hear what these fragile little creatures think they can offer." Somewhere deep inside, though, a faint unease flickered. It was gone as quickly as it came. The main screen flickered, and suddenly the bridge was filled with the image of a human woman in a crisp Navy uniform. Her name tag read Admiral Chen. She stood tall, calm, her voice steady despite the overwhelming odds. "I am Admiral Chen of the Terran Defense Fleet," she said. "I'm offering you one chance to withdraw from this system." For a heartbeat, the Zephyrian bridge went silent, and then it erupted in laughter. Officers slapped their forearms on the consoles, unable to contain their amusement. Even the stone-faced tacticians chittered in disbelief. Corath leaned back, wiping moisture from his eyes. "Admiral," he boomed mockingly, "I have studied your species extensively. Your weapons are kinetic projectiles and crude explosives. Your ships are made of metals we abandoned centuries ago. You offer us terms?" Chen didn't flinch. "Our weapons may seem primitive to you, General, but I assure you they're effective. Please reconsider." Her tone wasn't threatening. It was sad, like someone offering a warning they knew wouldn't be heard. Corath gestured dismissively. "Child, my flagship alone outweighs your fleet. Our shields can absorb the power of a star. Your toys won't scratch us." He grinned. "Go on, then. Show us your effective weapons. The transmission cut." Silence fell over the Zephyrian bridge, broken only by the faint hum of the ship's engines. Corath turned to his tactical officer with a smirk. "Deploy the fleet in intimidation formation. Let them see what hopelessness looks like." Crew members scrambled. Formations shifted. But then the sensor operator's voice cracked through the calm. "Sir, I'm reading a massive energy buildup from the human flagship." Corath's smile faltered. "Clarify." I don't understand these readings," the operator stammered, fingers flying over glowing panels. "The output is climbing exponentially. It's already beyond anything in our database." The general leaned forward. "That's impossible. Humans barely cracked fusion. What are they charging? Another officer shouted, "Sir, the energy signature is approaching theoretical maximums for controlled antimatter reactions." The laughter that once filled the bridge was gone. In its place was a creeping unease. Corath's mandibles clenched. "All ships, evasive maneuvers, scatter formation now." But the numbers kept rising, faster and faster, like a runaway storm. Someone whispered, "By the eternal dark, it's exceeding our weapon yield calculations by a factor of 50. Corath's grin had vanished completely. For the first time in years, the legendary conqueror felt something unfamiliar tightening in his chest. Fear. The bow of the human flagship began to unfold, petal by petal, like some vast mechanical flower blooming in the void. At its heart was a weapon that didn't just shine, it bent reality. Stars behind it twisted into strange streaks, as though space itself was holding its breath. Corath whispered, "What in the name of the void is that?" Before anyone could answer, the weapon fired. No beam, no projectile, no visible explosion. Reality itself simply split. A razor-straight line extended from the human ship to the Eternal Dominion. Along that line, matter just stopped obeying the rules. Metal, air, everything came apart at the molecular level. For one surreal second, nothing seemed to happen. Then a deep, unnatural vibration coursed through the Zephyrian flagship. Not mechanical, not structural, something deeper, like the universe itself had drawn a blade straight through their ship. "Structural integrity failing," the engineering chief screamed. The Eternal Dominion didn't explode. It didn't burn. It simply became two halves, cleanly sliced from bow to stern, like a giant surgical cut through 3 kilometers of warship. Half the crew vanished with the drifting starboard side. Corath stood frozen, staring across the void at the impossible precision of humanity's weapon. Alarms wailed. Atmosphere vented from the torn halves of the Eternal Dominion, sparkling like frozen mist in the darkness. Corath clung to a rail, staring in numb disbelief as the starboard section drifted away, half his crew gone in an instant. "How?" he whispered, voice trembling for the first time in his career. The emergency comms crackled to life. Admiral Chen's voice came through calm and clear, like a teacher explaining a simple fact. "Molecular disintegration beam, General. Once you can manipulate matter at the quantum level, armor and size don't matter. Every atom is as vulnerable as the next." Panic spread across the Zephyrian fleet. Officers barked orders, but no formation, no shield, no tactic could protect them from something that could slice reality itself. "Sir," a tactical officer cried, "they're charging for another shot. Target appears to be the Infinity's edge." Corath didn't hesitate. "All ships, full emergency jump, retreat now." 300 warships, veterans of 17 conquests, turned tail and fled. Behind them, the two halves of their once proud flagship drifted silently, a monument carved by human hands into the fabric of history. Across the galaxy, one lesson spread like wildfire. Never underestimate humanity. Their weapons may look simple until they change everything.